I first started to realize that I must be getting fairly famous when there was a group uh, that was picketing about me. When was this? In 2017, 2018. First, they picketed outside of my apartment, it was actually a Victorian penthouse. And then I seen them picketing outside of the courthouse when I was there to appear in front of the judge. And I should have got it on video, but I just did not know that I was that famous. Now, there wasn't a big group like this. It was more like this, but it was mostly females. One being Brooke of Teeswater, Ontario, Canada. She was, I think, one of the leaders of the picket. All right, and I just had no idea. Okay, and I really liked that Brooke, and I think she really liked me too. And obviously she did, and that, I mean, or else why would she have had that much effort to do a picket? Okay, so I don't think it was the most aggressive picket. I think she had a lot of love for me. Now, I might be wrong. She might have wanted me to move on too. Maybe I was really clingy with her. I used to go see her all the time, her and her mom at the restaurant. But I'd have to say she was a very interesting character when it came to that picketing. Okay? I really wish I would have got this on video because I want to make fun of everything, but it wasn't funny at the same time, but it would have been great to have on video of that picket. Now, what exactly is picketing? It's a form of protest in which people congregate outside of a place of work or location where an event is taking place. That event being just my human life breathing or whatever. But I guess to them it was an event, and I was unaware, or else I would have made it an event. I wish somebody would have let me know about. But when you're the target of picketing, you don't know when they're planning their pickets. They organize that between themselves. Often this is done in an attempt to dissuade others or dissuade, almost like persuade others from going in, but it can also be done to draw public attention to a cause. Picketers normally endeavor to be nonviolent. And there's all different reasons why they picket, or people do picket, sorry. This one's work related. This one's a suffrage picket. Okay, and that's what I think the one was with me. It was some sort of women's rights picket. And there was actually, you know what, it has happened before. There was also one similar demonstration in Linden, Tennessee when I was a child, where I'd have to say about 50 to 75 women in front of Linden or Perry County High School, not in front of, but in the back of, at the end of the school year. My dad had picked me up, and there was a demonstration towards, it was for me, where the women showed their rear behinds. That was behind Perry County High School where the bus ramp is. They had signs even that said, look at my behind or something like that. And I didn't really look at it. And I looked at my dad with a slight smile. And we just drove off. And because I knew I was coming up to back to Canada at that time, I said I just knew I wouldn't live my whole life in Tennessee. I knew it was going to come to an end. Even before then, I had knew that I had already been in the United States for 5 or something years, and I knew from my interactions down there that I just knew it wasn't home. I knew that I wanted to return back to where I was born and where where my ancestors and everything are from, and other family. And I knew it was also because of the laws and whatnot as well. I remember going in here one time. That was a big wake-up call when I went to when we went for a small walk down to the Linden library, and Mrs. Terry, who was a teacher over at Linden Middle, she was my reading teacher. They have not only a library but also I'm not sure what the word would be named for it. Something to do with ancestry. Linden Library, Tennessee. It's on the right side here. And I just wouldn't be able to tell you the name of what it would be called, but it's a library to do with the ancestry of the people from around there. And one kid, I think it was Cody Groom, said, "That's my family and all that. That's my family and all that." And I just knew this ain't where I'm from. But it was nice seeing everybody's histories and whatnot from that area, because that is kind of how it is up here for me in Canada, kind of like it was in there for them. And it is for my father, and I pressure my father to come back all the time. But this is where that happened at, eh? There was women lined up from about here all the way to about here. And they mooned me. And then my dad drove off with me in the truck, and we went home. We used to live outside of Linden, over on Cedar Creek Road. That you take a right here and you go all the way down there up the hill, and another right and you go down into the Sticks, or the Toad Lick, or the Toad Suck, I think it's called. This looks a lot different. This was never here when I lived there. This was just an empty lot. And I remember my dad buying a chicken there for me. A rooster, actually, a rooster. Sundrop, I haven't had that in a really long time either. And the dollar store, I think, would be over here, yep. Rio Grande and all that. And then there's a Sonic over here.